This is the stock taillight for your Ford Bronco, and we already know this is trash. In this video, we're going to test a whole bunch of other products to find out which one is truly best for the rear end of your Bronco. In this video, we're comparing the Oracle taillights, a taillight from Spyder, the all-new Morimoto XB taillight, and a taillight from Quake. We're going to put all of those to the test against your stock taillights. We're specifically looking for a taillight that looks good, is super bright, affordable, fits really well, and has a good warranty. So let's first dive into the reverse lights. Which one of these taillights have the brightest reverse? Let's start this reverse light output with this ugly turd right here. Looking at the stock taillight light output is like looking through the blinds during the middle of the day. Is it bright? Well, not really, and it's totally streaky. You can see those horizontal lines. That's not really what I want in a light output. I want a solid, consistent light output out of the back of my Bronco. I not only want to see, but I want to be seen when I slap this baby in reverse. This is Quake, and as you back up to the wall, you can tell that the reverse light is terrible. Can you even see it? Well, not really. I can see the brake lights that don't even look red. They're more so a pink color. This is what you get if you were to purchase the taillight from Quake. This is what the Oracle reverse lights look like. And as you can see, you at least get a reverse light output. Because these are hella flush to the Bronco's rear end, they are cut off on each side, but when you're backing up, it's actually pretty usable. I see a much better distribution of light when you hit just the brake lights. It definitely spreads that light a lot further than the reverse lights did. This is what the reverse lights look like on the Morimoto XB, and to be honest, I really truly wish that this was brighter. Now, they cheat a little bit because they have this pigtail on the backside of their taillight where they recommend that you install the Morimoto backup light boost bar. Now, I've ran the backup light boost bar on this Bronco for 2 years now, and it's been amazing. Finally, there's a plug-and-play connection, so you don't have to tap into the reverse light wiring like you had to back in the day. And the reverse light, when that's installed, looks like this. Now we installed the Spyder, and backing up to the wall, you can see that this is essentially trash too. It is spreading out the light, but it's streaky and not very usable. Their brake lights, on the other hand, they did seem pretty bright. Arguably way more important than the reverse lights and the brake light output is how do they look. If you're gonna buy something, you better enjoy it on the back end of your Bronco. So this is from Quake, and when I ordered them, I kind of laughed. I do not like the look of this. This looks terrible. You can see the strips of LEDs in the middle. There's what, 6 of them? It, to me, seems really poorly made, except for the stainless steel casing that's on the outside. So a lot of Jeep people used to do this where they'd have a stainless steel taillight because if you are taking your Ford Bronco overlanding, off-roading, or you're backing up all the time in the middle of the woods, you could very well hit a tree. Now, is this strong? Well, the only way to test is to truly hit it with the tree. Now, I don't have a tree, but I do have a hammer, so I might as well test that. This is gonna be more fun than anything else I do today, so I'm just going to slap it down, and I'm gonna see if this is even strong. I do recommend wearing your safety glasses. These are not blue light blockers. Okay, they probably are. This is so much fun to do. Here's your tree. You can willingly back into a tree if you buy these Quakes, or at least you think so. It's a stainless steel housing. What's the worst that can happen? Oops. Okay. So, that being said, the stainless steel definitely survived, but the inside did not. Look at the backside. This is garbage, dude. This is seriously why I just hate this taillight. This is still sticky. They just put these LEDs in here and stuck them in. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna just jam in there. I hate that. And also water intrusion. These are definitely not IP60 whatever rated. These are terrible. So if you're gonna get water in the backside of your Bronco, which it will happen, it does happen, then for sure, this is not going to be a quality build by any means. Here's what it looks like on parking light. When you hit the brakes, it looks like this, and this is what it looks like in reverse. And then when you hit the turn signal, it looks just like this. On their website, I did notice a 1-year warranty, but if you hit it with a tree or a hammer, I'm sure that's not going to be covered. These taillights will work whether you have the factory halogen or the LED taillights. The only thing is if you have a higher trim Bronco, it will require the 4Scan at the dealership to fix the flash. The next taillight we purchased was the one from Spyder. Now, in my opinion, these bars right here don't look too bad, but they definitely did not get the color right. As you can see, this is pink, If you like the color of pink and this big chunky bar, maybe these ones are for you. To me, it's just a little bit too much going on. Now, if you do like this one, and you've got LED taillights, you can't get this one to work. This one is for the incandescent taillights. They do have the same exact taillight, but it is a different SKU, so make sure you purchase the correct one when you're buying this. Depending on which vehicle you have, depends on which SKU you're going to purchase from the website. The taillights from Spyder also have a 1-year warranty. This is what it looks like when you install it on your Bronco and turn on parking lights. When you hit the brakes, this happens, and then when you hit the turn signal, it looks just like this. Your reverse lights are those 3 little lights right there, so when you hit it in reverse, it looks like this. The next taillight we have is a taillight from Morimoto. This is an all-new taillight, completely designed, engineered, and tested in America. As you can see here, there's a red lens version and a smoked lens version, and I quite like the red lens version actually on the red Bronco. I think it looks the best compared to the smoked version, which is generally never the case. A lot of you guys like smoked versions, not the red version of any taillight that we sell at Headlight Revolution. This is what it looks like in parking light mode, and when you hit the brakes, it looks like this. Slap in the turn signal, this is what it looks like, and this is what it looks like in reverse. These taillights have a 5-year warranty, not a 1-year warranty like the other taillights do. So that is something to consider when you're purchasing your taillights. These taillights are low profile, but they aren't quite as low profile as the Oracle ones were. Still, I really think that these look good. Now, it is my goal to be as neutral as possible when it comes to these shootouts. I do not want you guys to purchase something that's terrible. I want you to make an informed decision, but we are owned by the same organization that owns Morimoto Lighting. So Headlight Revolution is owned by the same organization that owns Morimoto Lighting. Not trying to be biased, I just want to hit you guys with all of these facts. We spent the money on these taillights so that you don't have to. Check this thing out. This thing is hella flush. This is a taillight from Oracle for the Ford Bronco. Just look at how thin this is. This is the most flush taillight that you're going to see as far as all of these that we've done in the shootout. This does look really cool. I put this on the Bronco and I thought, wow, that's amazing. The only thing that I really can say negatively about this right now is that the optics of the reverse light, as you saw, they weren't as spread out as I would like. And that's because, well, there's not a lot of room. It's completely flat. So I totally get it. The Oracle lights have a 1-year warranty. This is what it looks like in parking light mode, but that bar that goes around the tail light, look how inconsistent that is. There's like 4 LEDs on the inner side, and then it's a whole nother array. I understand there's not a lot of room to get the optics right in this taillight, and it shows. When you hit the brakes, it looks like this. Turn signal, it looks like this. When you hit the reverse light, it looks like this. This is a pretty tall reverse light compared to the other taillights out there. At the time of this video, this is the price of each one of these taillights. The Quake LED taillights for the Ford Bronco came in at around $439. The Spyder taillight came in around $500 to $660. I didn't see the price on their website, but all around the internet, this is what I found. The Morimoto XB taillights for the Ford Bronco at the time of this video were $495. The Oracle Lighting flush taillight was around $512 at the time of this video. Maybe your biggest deciding factor is how hard is it to install in my Bronco? Can I do it myself? The answer is yes. Anybody can do this. I can do this on myself. I know you guys can do this yourself as well. There's literally levers on the fender. You can pull this out. You don't even have to remove this whole thing. You'll have a few more panels. You'll have one on the side here and one in the center. You got 2 10mm bolts, 2 8mm bolts. You got a couple of push tabs, and then this is free. And then you can install your taillight. Now, the only major difference between all of these taillights is the Quake taillight and the taillight from Spyder. On the back side of your stock housing, you do have this bracket here. You will have to remove that. There's 4 7mm bolts. It's super easy. Transfer this on over to those 2 taillights, and then you can slap this back in your taillight. The only other outlier would be the Morimoto XB when it comes to install. If you opted in for that backup light boost bar that goes right down here over your license plate, then you are gonna need to route that wiring from here, around down here to your license plate. We do have other videos on this, and there is an install guide. We'll link it in the description below. So after all of that, let's recap. As far as reverse light goes, Oracle did have the brightest reverse light. However, the width was not there, and that's due in part to it being so thin. There's not a lot of room to really refine the optics to get that light output spread out. But it does have a bright reverse. What about brake light? The Spyder actually was the brightest when it comes to the brake lights, but their reverse lights absolutely sucked. What about style? Arguably the most important part of all of this. Which one looks the best on the back of the Bronco? In my opinion, for style points, the Morimoto XB taillights look the best. And I didn't care if it was red or smoked. In my opinion, on this vehicle, like I said, the red looks better than smoked, but either one looks really good. As far as warranty goes, obviously the Morimoto has a 5-year. The rest of those had a 1-year. So in my opinion, it's undoubtedly the winner. Go to headlightrevolution.com. We've tested a ton of products for the Ford Bronco. We'll catch you guys over there.